some snippets from the people who are engaged. Record pending. And I've never really done this before.
So recording has started.
Perfect.
There you go.
There we go. So can you tell me, what's your favourite idea that you've put on the platform?
I think my favourite idea is actually the idea of a sustainable funeral. And I know that sounds kind of morbid, but it's about the fact that there's this great gap. My belief is that the great innovation comes out of need. And so this is about the fact that in Australia, we really don't have a sustainable way to die. And so there is great talk. There's really interesting discussions about possibilities around that. But so far in Australia, we haven't taken those up. And so personally, they're the things I'm quite excited about, not because I'm eager to die, clearly, but it's about the fact that actually lots of people care about how impacting their remains are, at the end of life, or how they can do that in a way that doesn't take away, detract from future generations. So I'm excited about that, about the chance to be innovative, meet a need, and because of that, actually generate missional funds.
Yeah, and I guess that's the thing. There's a big market opportunity there, because at some point we will all get to that stage in our life.
Yes, we have 100% success rate at dying. Everyone will do it. So, the potential to grab market from a entrepreneurial point of view is actually really quite high, especially because I believe you can provide something that's cost effective, that addresses like the expense of our existing system, while providing something that people would consider very ethical. And I think that the best spaces that the Salvation Army has occupied in terms of innovation is when they've done things that are innovative and entrepreneurial and ethical, and the combination of those three things to create a different future. So, we often talk about the matchbox innovation, like to stop phossy jaw and to show that you could have safety matches in an ethical, cost-effective way. So it was the ethical elements, the entrepreneurialism, and the innovation that together actually created this great product. And so I think that the sustainable, sorry, it's really noisy at my house. So I think that the sustainability and ethics of dying well, and then the entrepreneurial side of saying actually we can do something really quite cost effective, and the innovation of this is a need in the market and people are interested in it. I actually think that that's what makes it a really interesting proposition.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it does. It has many kind of moving parts to it that all align with, I guess, what we're trying to do at TSA. So no, you're absolutely right.
And then it has that additional layer of, is this a big step outside of what we're trying to do, or does it sit alongside our vision of who we are? And the fact that we already offer a funeral service means that we're already in that sector, and we have a loving, ethical, innovative presence in that industry already. And so this may be quite a natural next step. We already have networks. So I do think that that's something that gives it kind of this missional alignment, and also this sense of coming alongside people where there is hardship, where there is despair, and sharing the love of Jesus. So it has breadth to the concept from that point of view.
Yeah, no, I'm loving the way you explain that. That's great. And, you've put so many ideas up on the platform so far. I mean, tell me a bit about what you do like about the platform.
What I like about the platform is that you don't have to be an expert. The reality is that we all have ideas. We're all doing things and going, oh, this could be done better. The gift of the ideas platform is that you don't have to have a well-formed plan. You don't have to have a business plan to just pop the idea out there and say, hey, I've been thinking about this, and then finding that actually there's 6 other people that are thinking about that as well. Or, you know, you might have a great seed idea, but someone else has got this other framework that they've been working on. And then there's this beautiful cross-pollination, and someone's coaching you through developing an actual business plan. So, like, I personally am not a business planner. That's not my expertise, but I can come up with an idea and go, actually, I think we could be in that space. And then there's other people that, for instance, have experience in that business model. They might know how to make the perfect cappuccino, because I don't. I will drink it for you, though, and give you feedback. And so there's this idea that, you know, we can cross-pollinate our skill sets to form well-founded, grounded, practical initiatives.
Yeah, and I guess, yeah, absolutely. And it's like we say, it doesn't take you long to pop an idea up there. You could have been sitting on it for years, and it only takes a few minutes to pop it on up, which is great. Yeah, no, very true. And it's the collaboration as well, isn't it? That that you talked about, the cross-pollination and the collaboration.
Yeah, and what it does is it adds to each other's strength, because you may have done some reading in an area and someone may have read something really quite separate, but when they see your idea, they go, actually, I heard about this process, or I heard about this. Like, an example would be one of the ideas on the platform at the moment is about plastics recycling, which I think is fantastic. I actually think that our salvo stores and thrift shops could become like world-class in terms of hard to recycle materials, like innovating in and closing the loop on waste industry. I think that we can become key leaders in that area. And so to see this plastics recycling project, I know that I had flagged in the back of my mind about a federal government grant scheme around plastics recycling, that they wanted to close the loop.
Yes,
and so, hey, have we thought about that? If we get a grant for the equipment, then that pops us 3 steps ahead, you know. So it's about this concept that you don't have to know everything about a topic, but other people may be reading in other spaces or have other networks that they can pop in to make something viable, but also like close things down if it's just a bit fanciful, or the things we were hoping for are obsolete as well, you know. So it becomes a bit of a sieve for what can really be useful.
Yeah. And I mean, on that note, what would you say to people to encourage them, or to, you know, if they were worried about putting an idea up there, what would you say to them to, you know, get out there and jump on the platform?
Well, first I'd say, look, jump on and see where people's heads are at, because it's really interesting. You might actually find people of such a shared spirit, you know, and that's really encouraging, right? Because often innovators feel like they're off by themselves in a bubble, but this actually becomes much more, you have a sense of the community of thought. So it's good to get on there. And like, for me, one of those examples of encouragement is like a lot of my ideas, my passion is around sustainability and climate change and ecological responsibility. I think that's part of Christian faith, and it should be part of how we operate as the Salvation Army. And so to get on and then see, actually, there's all these people thinking similar things about solar farms and carbon banking and plastic recycling and sustainable cleaning products, and like we're actually all on the same page. There's a lot of environmental innovation being put forward, but and for a long time I thought I was the only one that thought that way. So, you know, it's that sense of you may find a whole heap of people that share your passion or your interest, and that's encouraging, but also to be an encouragement to others when other people are being vulnerable and saying, you know what, I've had an idea. Because I do think that being creative is its own kind of vulnerability, and it can feel challenging to pop your ideas out for critique. But I've only ever found that space, the Ideas platform, to be a positive space where people point out the possibilities and connect you in with better resources.
That was brilliant. Love that. No. No, honestly, I'll stop the recording now. That was, if I can work out how to do.
Really? Do you want to catch the end, Rowan?
No, look, that is in there, but it would be edited out. Don't worry. We're just going to take little grabs. I think. Why can't I work this out? I can't even go. Yeah. No, that was brilliant, and I think that's one thing. What people